workplace is no longer a man's domain. And why should it be? Women are reaching everywhere, even space. Well, the increasing number of female bosses says it all. But are we ready to accept it? Hello, I'm Rajat Kapoor and I welcome you to my lounge. And today we're going to be talking about if we Indians, male or female, accept female bosses. Joining me is my first guest, Deepa, who tells us what it's like to be a woman having to deal with another woman as her boss.
Hi, I'm Deepa Mangtani. I'm working with a BPO as a process trainer. Based on my experience, why I feel that I would rather prefer reporting to a male boss and not to a women boss. Women have a lot of jealousy factor. They cannot keep their emotional baggage at home. If there is an incident that's happened with them during the day which has affected them emotionally, they would carry the same thing to work, and this continues and goes on. You will not see the jealousy factor in men as compared to in a woman.
Hi, Deepa.
Hi, Rajat.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You had a woman boss earlier?
Early as well.
And how did that go?
That was not a very pleasant experience. I knew this lady, before I joined the organization.
The first feeling must have been, oh good, I know this person.
Yeah, exactly. But I think I was wrong. She kept her distance. So I thought probably she's at work, But as time passed, there were a lot of experience that I had, which I felt that she was quite biased. She was very different when it came to men, She was absolutely not herself when she was with women.
Really?
And
or
then,
maybe she was herself when she was with women and not quite herself when she
yeah,
was
maybe
with men.
that's true.
Was that the extent to which she was a bad boss?
I had a very good rapport with her boss, and he was a male. She was not kind of quite happy with the idea, that her boss used to come and talk to me like a friend. So even though my data spoke for me, she kind of had those, I would say those grudges or not quite happy situation.
Why?
Because I think, women, there is a lot of jealousy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am sure there is a lot of...
Even with the age difference and...
I think it's moreover to do with the age difference because he was not quite pleasant and she was an attention seeker.
So there's more insecurity, you're saying?
Yes, it was insecurity.
But do you think she was a specific case or most women bosses are like that?
I think most of them are like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I think, don't you feel, Rajat, that today if I'm there, why would I want to compete with a male? I would definitely want to have a competition with a female. Well, I'm talking about not work-wise. Work-wise, of course, I would want to compete with everybody.
But tell me then, if you have other women colleagues, is there a sense of competition there also?
I think there's healthy competition there because there's teamwork.
No, but the same logic can apply there, no? Because you are, let's imagine, vying for male attention.
But what happens over here is, you're reporting to someone who's senior to you. So she thinks that she has an upper hand,
Right.
So
So
she
there is a
feels...
power equation
Exactly.
which is different
Exactly.
here. Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's your boss, she has more
Yeah.
power and she can use that power against
Exactly.
you. Okay. If you turn in some stage of your career to be a boss later, what would you do not repeat your experiences?
I think I have learned a lot with my experience. I would be neutral. I don't think I need to, stoop down to that level to actually remove personal grudges or insecurity
Oh, but then why
or
did
jealousy.
the boss do this?
What happens is, I think that's not enough, when it comes women, rather than focusing on your work, you actually focus on things which are not important and
You
which...
start vying for competition in terms of looks and age.
Exactly.
And why will this not happen when man is a boss?
Because they are more focused with their work. They're not really looking forward for things like, okay, I should look better than this person, or I am older to this person, so how do I compete with this person,
I know a lot of women executives who are in top positions and they're doing well, and I don't think they would all be like this. For me, something seems not right with this assumption.
I think the men can get along very well with women. I think because opposite sex.
Yeah.
I think they can get along
you're saying
really well.
for a man, it's wonderful to have a female boss?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
It is.
We asked Sir Consular Sonia Mehta if it is harder for women to work under a female boss. This is what she says.
Okay.
Are women bosses tougher on women who work for them? I don't think that that's necessarily so. I think women in some cases, the good bosses, are pretty much more aware of what it takes for women to make it today, and in some ways are even easier to work for than male bosses. Having said that, I don't think that one can divide this issue of sort of good and bad bosses entirely by gender.
I feel that too, and that is quite my stand, I think. Do you think there is a certain amount of flirting between men and women
Yes,
in
there
work
definitely
situations?
is.
Yeah, between a boss and a subordinate?
Yes.
Well, we asked some people if they think having a female boss is a problem or not.
Okay.
This is their take.
Sure.
Prefer female because even if she shouts, it will be better, not a problem.
I think I would prefer a male boss compared to a female boss, and probably because male bosses tend to have a lesser personal attachment to the work you do.
I would go for a male boss. That's because men, they are more assertive and they handle the situation more professionally, and I think they are much better than female ones.
Well, I'd rather prefer a female boss because, females take their work more seriously than male. They do. They really do, because I have an experience with a female boss, and, she kicks the out of me if I don't work hard for that.
I would prefer a male boss because I feel most of the female bosses are unmarried ladies, and probably they would take out their frustration on the colleagues. So I would prefer a male boss.
My God. See, everybody wants a boss of the.
I think to an extent, I agree to what this lady just said, that a lot of frustration that comes out.
But a man could take out a lot of his frustration in work situation.
I think they are strong enough to handle their situation better. They know, when it's work and when it's home, they need to keep it there, and when it's work, they can't remove their personal.
Women tend to get
Yeah.
overlap the two things.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it that women, according to you, lack to make a good boss?
They are emotional, and I think they need to be more focused.
Okay, I don't know if I agree with you completely or not. Well, we have had one point of view of somebody who will not work with a female boss again if she can have her way. Now we'll have with us a woman who is a boss. Let's see what she has to say in just a minute.
I think you've got to prove point anywhere, Rajat, in any situation that you're new to. I mean,
Right.
A woman marries and goes into a new home, she needs to prove her point.
Hi, I'm Priya Sheikh. I head a toy manufacturing firm based out of Bombay. Women bosses, from what I've experienced, my own personal experience has been great. However, there have been instances where there have been challenges. One has dealt with them, and things have moved on fine after that. In my experience, if I have had challenges, they have been from men, only because I believe maybe because I have not been able to, prove that standard of, professionalism that came across that they expected out of me at the initial upfront. However, once I've proven my point and I've, shown that I am able of, giving the results,